to the honorable judges, to my fellow storytellers, and to the audience. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're all doing great. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Anissa Kurata Ayun, but you can call me Tata. I'm from Aisyah Senior High Boarding School Malang, 11th grade. Today, I want to take you on a little journey. A journey to my hometown, Malang. When people talk about Malang, they often think about mountains, cool weather, apples, or even coffee. But to me, Malang is more than that. It's a place where traditions still breathe, where every step, every rhythm carries the memory of our ancestors. So today, I'll tell you not just about the dances, but about the soul of Malang. A soul that moves, sings, dances, and protects Malang. Are you ready? Let's go. Once upon a time, in the heart of Malang, there was a dance that connected people to the earth. It's called the Beskalan dance. Long ago, before ceremony began, before people planted seeds or built houses, dancers performed the Beskalan to ask for blessings. They believed that the earth listened, that every step, every gesture is a prayer. The dancers moved gracefully, their step firm yet soft, as if whispering to the spirits of the land. But as time went on, Beskalan changed from a sacred ritual to a dance of welcome. Today, when guests arrive, dancers perform the Beskalan to honor them, to say, "You are welcome in our home." The movements are quick and lively, showing the strength and beauty of a woman. And here's a fun fact. Back in the old days, this dance was performed by men dressed as a woman. Surprising, right? The music begins with a beat of jidor and kendang, and then the sweet sound of gamelan joins in, soft, flowing, and magical. That's the sound of East Java, the sound of Malang's heart. Now let's move to another story, a story hidden behind colorful masks, the Malangan mask dance, or wayang topeng. This dance is one of the oldest art forms in East Java. It's not just about movements, it's about characters and stories. The dancers were masks that represent kings, warriors, clowns, even lovers. Each color has a meaning. Red for courage, white for purity, black for wisdom, yellow for glory, and green for peace. When the music starts, the masks come to life. The story they tell is the ancient tale of Panji, a Javanese legend. It's about love, war, and destiny. Prince Panji searched for his beloved, facing trials, battles, and disguises. And through every scene, the mask changed, revealing emotion without words. So you see, in wayang topeng, the dancers doesn't speak. The mask speaks for them. Every tilt of the head, every movement of the hand is a sentence of its own. When I was little, my grandmother told me, if you ever watch wayang topeng, don't just look at the dancer. Listen with your heart. And I did. I could feel the love, the laughter, and even the sadness, all told through silence. And then there's the Badayan dance, elegant and full of mystery. People say the dance tells the story of a meeting between the Javanese kings and Nyi Roro Kidul, the powerful queen of the Southern Sea. 9 dancers move together, each with a role. Even though each dancers move differently, they flow in perfect harmony, like waves meeting the shore, calm and beautiful. It's said that the Badayan dance is spiritual, that when the music plays softly, the sea spirit herself watches. Others say it's about balance, the harmony between the seen and unseen, between humans and nature. To me, it feels like poetry in motion, that when the dancers move, you don't just see them, you feel them. And that's what Malang people are like, gentle and humble. Now, let's move to something full of energy, the Grebek Wiratama dance. This dance celebrates bravery and unity. It tells stories of soldiers, heroes, and the spirit of Malang people who never give up. The dancers move with powerful steps, stomping the ground, spinning and shouting. their colorful costumes shining under the light. Sometimes they carry flowers or fruits, symbols of victory and gratitude. It's often performed at festivals or national celebrations, reminding us of one thing, that courage doesn't always mean fighting. Sometimes it means standing strong for your family, your culture, your home. When you watch it, you can almost hear the heartbeat of Malang itself, brave and unshaken. But Malang isn't just about dances. It's a land watched over by two majestic guardians, Mount Arjuna and Mount Kawi. Arjuna stands tall, the second highest mountain in Java. Its peak touching the sky, its soul wrapped in clouds and silence. Local people believe that the name of these mountains comes from the ancient meditation of Arjuna, the legendary hero of Javanese epics, who sought to deepen his spiritual power on its ancient hillside. Some mornings, when the mist slides slowly across the slope, the whole mountain looks like it's waking up from a long, gentle sleep. Hikers say the air at the top feels different, quiet and steady, like the world is holding its breath for a moment. When dawn breaks, you can see the sunlight gently kissing its slopes, and the smoke rising like an offering to the sky. The air is cold, but the spirit feels warm, as if the mountain itself is alive, breathing with the rhythm of the earth. And then there's Mount Kawi, a mountain wrapped in mystery and legends. It's said that long ago, two holy men, Empu Pirwa and Empu Wija, came to meditate there, seeking peace and wisdom. Even today, people from across Indonesia come to Mount Kawi to pray, not for wealth or fame, but for peace of heart. The path up the mountains is filled with soft noises, the rustling of leaves, the footsteps on a stone stairs, and sometimes the distant chants of someone praying quietly. You'll find small shrines hidden in the forest, flowers offered on stones, and the soft sound of water flowing through bamboo pipes. When the wind blows, it carries the whispers of prayers, the scent of incense, and the faint echo of gamelan from distant villages. Some say the spirit of Mount Kawi protects Malang, while Mount Arjuna gives it strength. Together, they stand like guardians, one wise and calm, the other bold and powerful. And between these two mountains, Malang lives and dances. Our people find balance between faith and courage, between the roar of Kawi and the silence of Arjuna. So when the dancers move, it's not just art, it's the echo of the mountains, the heartbeat of the land, the soul of Malang itself. So, in Malang, nature and culture walk side by side. The mountains stand as silent witnesses, while the dance become the voice, telling stories the land itself cannot say. So whenever you hear the rhythm of the gamelan, remember the mountains, remember Malang. Thank you so much for listening. May this little story stay with you, and may the warmth of Malang surround you.